There's a book called The Wow Factor. It's 33 things you should and shouldn't do to move ahead in the business world. I don't know if any of you, do you have time to think about 33 things you might think about every time you walk into the office? I need to do this, I don't need to do this. You don't do it. No, we're too busy for that. So what I've created is this idea of a pop factor. And I know it's pretty simple, but it's based on some studies I'll tell you about. And that P is for presence. So I want you to start thinking about every time you walk into a room, you present to an audience, you present at a board meeting, you're going to think about your presence. And that enables others to have confidence in you and trust you the minute you walk into the room. So it'll be about body language. We'll be talking about that. Okay? The O is for opening your mouth and your jaw. I'm amazed on how many women and men come in to see me because they can't project their voices. And when I have them look in the mirror, or you're going to be doing some exercises at night, by the way, if you would, talking to your cell phone, watching yourself in the mirror, and you might find that many of you don't open your mouth at all. Now, it's not that we're from London or something, or Boston, but people have tight jaws. Do any of you have TMJ? Any of your dentists talk to you about, do you grit your teeth at night? You will as you get older, I guarantee you. And if you stay in Washington and work hard in Washington, yeah, you'll start to, rawr. Tension has to go somewhere, and for many of us, it's in our jaw. Right? So if we don't open our mouth and articulate well, you're not going to be heard. So that O is for opening your jaw and mouth, and it's something I know you don't think about. Okay? And the last P is for a pithy message or having a purposeful message every time you speak. And women have a tendency, either we over-explain, and one reason we over-explain, by the way, is because if you're talking to your boss or to board of directors of people that are primarily men, what professions are you in?
Accounting.
Accounting?
Marketing.
I'm sorry, marketing?
IT.
IT? Oh, you're with a lot of men, maybe?
Yeah.
Perhaps, okay.
Yeah.
Lobbying.
Lobbying? More men than women?
Yes.
Okay.
Energy industry.
Energy industry, more men than women?
Yeah.
Okay.
Politics.
Politics, more men than women?
Yeah.
Okay. So many times men, we're talking to them and they don't give us any feedback. Where I'll talk and you'll look at me like this, we'll nod, whether we agree or not, we're still going or smiling or giving some feedback. Men give us no feedback. They just look at you. So what happens, we think we're not being heard, and then we over-explain. So after today, I want you just to say it once. Say it clearly, loudly enough that someone gets it, and in a nice way, by the way. We're not here to be aggressive or anything. Say it once, and then go on to your next point. They can ask you to repeat yourself. We've got to end the over-explaining. The other things we tend to do are filler words. Any of you use ums and so's, and we'll try to end those tonight. And often, women more than men inflect their sentences upward. So my name is Susan Miller. I live in Washington, D.C. Oh, really? Right. So if I inflect upward, that makes it less credible. Right? So you want to start thinking about, and we're going to practice these things, ending things in fact. So I might say, I would like a hamburger and French fries. I don't need to say hamburger and French fries. But first, you're going to have to listen to yourselves and hear these things that you do. Because you don't know them, you're not even going to be aware that you do some of these things now. Okay? So pop is that idea. And we have to do it quickly. Because your impression of me was made within a second or two. Actually, 2 seconds. Have any of you read Blink? It's kind of fun, isn't it? And it takes about 2 seconds for you to make an impression. So can you remember back to the first Junior League event you went to? And you must have had a good impression because you joined Junior League.